My husband and I bought this property in Ontario, Canada in 2008. It has many mixed forests, meadows, meandering creeks and streams. It even has a pristine lake. We purchased this little slice of heaven with the intent of one day building our dream home here. Wouldn't it be nice to wake up each morning and go for a walk in the woods, to reconnect with nature and to feel the sun on your face? To wake up each morning and do something that you love or feeds your soul. Wouldn't it be amazing to live life without much resistance, to go with the flow or wherever the wind takes you? Yet most of us lead busy and stressful lives. Our days are spent at jobs we either dislike or drain us of our life energy. We get caught up in the never-ending day-to-day of work just to pay our bills and to feed the hungry ghosts, all the while looking for something more, longing for our true path. We were never meant to be slaves to this grind, yet we do it, fearing what would happen should we venture off the wheel. We'd come up to the property on the weekends and the odd day during the week and feel so alive and recharged. But the drive back into the city each time became more and more difficult. I could feel the anxiety creep up as the cityscape drew nearer and nearer, and it felt me leaving somber and detached. The week felt like it dragged on, and I longed to feel the sun on my face again, to hear the sound of the gentle waters from the streams, the beaver frogs, and the haunting echo of the loons. The yearning for the land grew stronger and stronger, but I just kept hoping for one day to come. Isn't it funny how we say to ourselves, oh, one day I will do this, or accomplish that, or one day I will live here, or go there, and not really having a plan? But instead, we wait for someone or something to happen in order to make that change. Well, I was one of those people just waiting for a prod or some outside factor to present itself, not realizing I already had everything in me to make the changes necessary in order to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Well, my jolt came in the form of a cancer diagnosis. It was also the catalyst for us to start our dream home build. Why wait, right? We sold our house in the city, moved out to the country, and started building. We lived in our camper in the summer months and rented a farmhouse in the winter. We had a company come in to put up an ICF shell, and we pretty much did the rest ourselves over a period of a few years. Some people are shocked when I tell them that cancer was the best thing to happen to me, but it's the truth. It shook my entire belief system to the core. It forced me to reevaluate my life and to make the necessary changes that were crucial to my well-being. It shifted my perspective so immensely that I now look at everything in life through a new lens. The news of cancer was devastating, not only due to the obvious, but because my husband and I had been trying for a baby. It was a lot to take in. The thought of leaving this earth too early or never having a child was just too much. But I didn't let that stop me. I reluctantly had some surgery, but opted out of a second surgery that would follow with chemo and radiation. Instead, I prayed a lot and asked God for guidance. I started looking for ways to heal my body naturally and found that there were many. I chose the ones that resonated with me most, and I never looked back. Was I scared? Sure. Even though it felt like I was jumping into the unknown without the aid of a safety net, I knew I would fall into God's hands regardless. I believe the path I chose was the right one for me. I chose to do the Gerson therapy, along with taking many potent herbs and plants. I am happy to share more details of my protocol and the plants I used in my upcoming videos. It is too much to get into, so I will leave it here. Even though it was difficult at times adhering to a rigid cancer protocol and building our home, I felt it was where I needed to be. I was blessed with an amazing and skilled husband who always managed to think outside the box. I felt so lucky to be surrounded by beauty, nature, and wildlife. I could have my animals and beloved birds nearby. Ever since I was young, I was drawn to animals, and them to me. I will say that the most important aspect of this whole journey is my connection with God. Although there were tears and uncertainty at times, I always had faith and took comfort in prayer. As a child, I remember hearing that God helps those who help themselves. I didn't know what that meant at the time, but I do now. Through prayer, God would show me breadcrumbs, and I'd follow these breadcrumbs, and it led me to the answers I was seeking. I cannot tell you how many times I followed these signs to find the most incredible healing plants, places, information, or even people. The power of prayer is truly amazing. I like to quote Jeremiah 33:3, which I often refer to as God's phone number. It reads, "Call on to me, and I will tell you of unsearchable things, things you do not know of." Pretty powerful stuff. I feel so incredibly blessed to be able to walk into the forests at will to gather medicine for my journey. So I give thanks to God for all the gifts and puzzle pieces He has put before me. I am grateful for the gift of life, for being cancer-free for over 11 years now. I am grateful for my amazing husband. I am grateful for this land and the beauty around me. And I am grateful for the most incredible gift of all, our son, who came to us in December 2014. Together, we will marvel at the beauty of nature and weave our way through this tapestry of life, while navigating our way around the struggles of this 3D matrix. Living out a life that may seem unconventional to many, but is authentic and true to us. Choosing to bring joy to our lives each day by doing the things that make our hearts sing. My hope with these entries is to not only leave a visual diary behind for our son, but to ignite a spark in others, to dream big and follow your light, to be like the wind and see where it takes you. Won't you please join us in wherever the wind blows?